Welcome to greencardguys.tv. You need to know this. Do not give up on your legal status. Many people fail to respond to RFE or file an application before the deadline. This is why we offer a strategy session for 15 minutes at no cost to you. Not everyone qualifies. First, you need to speak with our CARES team. We receive many requests, so we recommend you answer a few questions on our website, greencardguys.com. Our mission is to help people live and work in America legally. Go ahead and subscribe below and follow and share. Talk to you soon. What's up? Welcome to Green Card Guys TV. I'm your host, John Ting. I'm here to help you secure your legal status to live and work in America legally. All right, so let me know what's going on in your life, how you doing. You know, we just got to check in with each other because a shit ton of stuff is going on with immigration. Let's just put that to the side for a second. Let me know where you're watching from, how you're doing, because, you know, I just recorded 2 videos for y'all. I just uploaded them, and I could really upload and share like probably 5 to 10 news bits every day. But to be honest, I just don't want to. I don't want to fearmonger. I don't want to do anything like that. We already know what the hell the Trump administration was going to do anyway. But I will share some highlights about what's been going on. I know a lot of people have been, of course, concerned, rightfully so concerned. So you're always welcome to share your experience about your own case, your situation, your family member, ask questions about your own case, even if you haven't filed yet. Okay, we want to provide some kind of peace of mind because over here at Green Card Guys, we don't gatekeep. Okay, so I know that's a trend these days. Oops, I meant to go live on. I always forget this other app. It's called like IG or something. So let me pop in there real quick. But yeah, let me know where you're watching from. All right, here we go. Let's see, we got a guest. Hey, what's up, Virginia? I'm gonna allow you in. It's processing. Hi, Virginia. How can I help you?
Hey, so I have a question. Me and my husband have been married for 8 years and we have 5 kids. Our lawyer has not contacted us in 7 months. And from my understandings, we are in our last process with the National Visa Center. All we have to wait on is appointment for Ciudad Juarez. But we have tried calling our lawyer, like his phone number's changed. He no longer lives at the residence that he lives at. He's nowhere to be found.
Wait. He works out of his home only? He doesn't have an office?
So from my understandings, he works out of a church, like he has his own office at a church, and we've been there too. And they say that he's not currently here at the moment. That's all the information they could give us, but yeah, that's as far as we've gotten with him.
Okay. Well, let's focus on the facts of your case. It sounds like so far what you shared is not a problem. It is common for now that you're at the National Visa Center that it generally takes at least 6 months to get an interview abroad. But I do want to make sure a couple things for you here live. Did you get an email from National Visa Center saying documentarily qualified or complete?
Yeah, so we had to have a sponsor. My uncle sponsored us.
Mm-hmm.
And all our paperwork, my paperwork, his paperwork, my uncle's, everything was accepted. And it said that they would be contacting the Consulado de Ciudad Juarez. And then after they would be able to get an appointment with Ciudad Juarez, then we would have our notice date. But where I'm confused and lost at also is our lawyer had said that he needs his perdón first before he goes.
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't get his perdón before his cita,
Mm-hmm.
then he would be able, if we was to go to Ciudad Juarez without the perdón, then he would have to stay there. He could be penalized.
Okay. So just to make sure, that was my next question actually, have you filed the perdón, the waiver, 601A?
So we did, and then we have a green paper that was sent back to us that said that it was approved, but our lawyer said that wasn't it, which doesn't make sense because the I-601A said that it was approved, and he's also done his biometrics and all that.
Okay. A green paper, like literally the whole paper is green, that usually actually means rejected. But but not to alarm you, but that green paper would come with the entire package. Did that
Mhm.
happen or something else?
No, actually, I have our paperwork here. Like, I have a whole entire notebook.
Do you have like a notice from USCIS that says approval or receipt notice at the top
Yeah,
right
it
section?
says approval. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Glad to hear that. All right. Okay. Got approved. So then, and you also said that after that, you got an email from National Visa Center saying documentary qualified or complete.
Do what?
Now you got an email from National Visa Center saying that you got documentarily complete or qualified. Hopefully.
Yeah, it says everything's completed. We're just waiting on Ciudad Juarez.
Okay.
So
Good.
we've done the
Good.
form I-797C, and then we've also done the green paper is the I-797 notice of action. It says that everything has been completed.
Uh-huh.
It says the above petition has been approved as the petitioner requested, and we have sent the petition to the U.S. Department of State National Visa Center.
Okay.
And then from there,
Okay.
it shows that his DS-260 was also approved, that paper.
Okay. That sounds good so far.
And then the petition I-130 has also been approved for the request of evidence.
130. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the
Okay.
I-601A is for the unlawful presence waiver. It shows that that was accepted as well.
Okay. So yeah, it sounds like you're really just waiting for the
Everything
appointment.
that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it paused.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I said with everything that's going on, we've just been really worried because we live in Alabama and it's getting a little rough down here.
Mm.
I just wanted to, we've been trying to contact our lawyer to make sure, he's okay. Nothing can happen to him.
Mm-hmm.
With like all the immigration raids and all that.
Right. Well, the good thing is that sounds like your husband doesn't have a removal order. Is that right? Like from court or anything?
No, he's never been in jail. He's only had one ticket his whole life since he's been here. He's been here 18 years.
Okay. So really it sounds like you're just waiting for an interview. But the good thing is that you actually received an email from National Visa Center, so they have the correct email address. Just sharing that. I know it sounds strange, but sometimes the government agencies will get the email wrong. So glad you have that. So that's how they'll update. They'll email you the actual interview date, and roughly they'll give you like at least 3 weeks advance notice.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sure you want more guidance. Not sure if you want to change lawyers, but the fact that you can't even locate the person. But there's a lot more advice that we share, of course, to prepare clients for the interview. Mm-hmm.
Of course, and that's what I've explained to him too. Like we've had so much time and money invested in this. Like it's not cheap like people think it really is. And
No,
for
it's
our
not.
lawyer not to contact us in almost 7 months, because like I said, the last time we heard from him was in July when when we had gotten the email from the National Visa Center saying that we were accepted and we're just waiting on our appointment. Like that's the only thing we're waiting on is his appointment in Ciudad Juarez. That's it. And we have not heard back from him since then at all. As many times we tried calling and everything. And I told my husband, I was like, we really do need to find another lawyer, or should we just keep our lawyer and see what happens? Because we're in our last step. Do we take a risk and find another lawyer? Is that okay being on the last step, or?
Yeah, no, the thing is, like, most attorneys don't like doing that, but that's why our mission statement is to help persons like your husband secure their legal status to live and work in America legally. It doesn't matter which step we can help you with. So we're happy to share how we do that. Okay. So
Okay, I appreciate that.
I know it's nerve-wracking. I know it's going to cost a little more, but you're almost there in that sense. Virginia, so I think up here for you on TikTok, you can find my profile in the LINK, the scheduled meeting. Just pick the option one would be sufficient for you. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Alrighty. Man, I've had some friends live in Alabama, and they said it's a bit different than Texas, even though they're I guess Alabama's more the deep South, right? That's what they call it. I'm sure it's called a deep South for a reason. So please stay safe if you live in, especially live in the deep South, and honestly in Texas too. All right, so I know I see some questions here. Anyone that asks a question, I will get to you. Please know you don't have to copy and paste or anything. Don't have to ask me, can you get an answer? You will get one, possibly. I'll try my best. There's comments and questions everywhere. Thank you, Nana. Thank you. She says Ting Law, which is now Green Card Guys, is the best. They respond within 24 hours. Yeah, we're also trying to do better during a case, like after it's filed. We're trying to do better to update y'all. What we have done is, at least for our clients, is roughly about, depending on the case, but roughly at least 2 months after filing, we update this email in every month. And I know it's frustrating, but at least you get something and you know that we're looking at your case, okay? Because sometimes, for a long time, usually month to month, what you see on the USCIS website is the same. Now, by the way, if you're seeing anything on your My USCIS account, just assume it's full of shit, okay? Because, excuse my French, but a lot of y'all have said, like, oh, it said expect decision in 2 weeks. Then, like, the following week, you see, like, oh, we got bumped down to like 18 months. I mean, have you gone to any government office or county clerk's office and thought, like, man, gee, that was hella fast? Or you went to your local uh, Department of Public Safety or Motor Vehicle to renew your driver license or something. You're like, man, that was hella fast. That was amazing. Like, I don't know one government agency office that is very fast and prompt, right? So just think about that for a second, okay? Although it may seem like USCI, my USCIS has got their shit together, but they don't, okay? They don't. And I've verified this with other attorneys. I've verified that with the tier one customer service with USCIS, 1 800 375 5283. So please don't give yourself any stress about that portal. All right, now let's see. Let me go back up here. Do I know an immigration lawyer in North Carolina? I know immigration lawyers in a lot of states. If you need one in a different state, because I'm here in Texas, but especially with detentions, if someone's detained, your family member, coworker, of course, you definitely need one in person, okay, or where you live. So, welcome to email us, okay, in the respective, like YouTube, Facebook, in the description box, or YouTube and Instagram. I'm sorry, in TikTok and Instagram. There's click the profile and then email us, okay? Email us because DMs are good, but it's a bit more difficult to get the information to you. All right, so. But yeah, really happy to refer you to others. Amelia 1212. Is it still safe to travel with passport via flights? Well, if it's domestic, yeah, it's still safe. But because on the plane, before you get on plane, they're not supposed to ask your legal status. But keep in mind, Real ID Act, you have to have a specific compliant ID, compliant with the Real ID Act. Okay, that's going to take effect in May 2025. So that's coming up soon. Yazan 12, does a travel ban affect I-130? I don't really, I need more context for that because it's pretty wide ranging. So travel ban is if like you're outside America and you're trying to come back in. So if you already have I-130 processing, then likely you would be in the US or you're abroad. So I don't know your context of the situation. For a green card holder, look, so if there's a way I could generalize, please know, first of all, this is information purpose only, is not legal advice because legal advice is intended for specific individuals. Okay, please know that because if you're gonna take my advice, my information and say, oh, let me go do this, let me go do that. Like if I, yeah, anyways. Yes, Teresa, you could join live, and I think it shows up here, somewhere over here, guest, maybe. Am I located in Houston? Yes, I'm in H-Town. formerly from Dallas. Are you safe with pending U visa? You're supposed to be. It's supposed to be deferred action, so not supposed to get sent to court. Now, here's the thing, though. Even if you have deferred action via DACA, via U visa, or just you apply for U visa, for example, or that doesn't necessarily mean that's going to prevent you from being detained. Okay, there's still a process. Because I know sometimes I say, like, okay, if you have a criminal record, you have an arrest, that could be a reason they pick you up or you overstayed. If you overstayed, they technically can still pick you up too because you're undocumented. Now, if you have a case on file, um, you still have to provide that proof to the officer, right? So if you are not, obviously you're on the live show right now, okay, right? Or you watch this later on. You need to get your documentation ready, okay? Have it ready for a family member, email it to them, scan it, also get the last 2 years of your physical presence in America, okay? That could be billing statements. Like, in America, we pay a lot of bills. So you can't be telling me you don't have any bills. I will find that very alarming, actually. Unless you're very fortunate someone else is paying your bills. But I'm sure you got some kind of proof of your physical presence, okay? Because there has been chatter that, of course, I'm sure you heard already, that ICE is just literally picking up almost anyone they can. Okay, so I just recorded a video about this. Someone had called a person, let's say it was me, right? And I answer the phone. First of all, I wouldn't do this, but I answer the phone of a random number. And I'm sure there was some conversation, but the person on the other line, the caller, asked, "Are you home?" And let's say hypothetically I said yes. And then sure enough, 2 minutes later or so, a few minutes later, ICE officers show up at your house. Okay, hypothetically, this person had a removal order ready. Asylum application was denied. So technically, this person is removable, even though if you appeal to the Board of Immigration Appeals by itself, it's not protection. You have to file a separate application for stay of removal. A separate application for stay of removal if you're going to file an appeal. Okay? So technically, no one is safe. Okay, I don't want to fearmonger, but you're technically not safe from actually being picked up. But the first step, y'all, two things. Don't open your door, okay? Unless you're expecting someone, okay, like a friend, family member, don't open your door, okay? It's not Girl Scout cookie season, as far as I know. Okay, number two, don't answer your phone if you don't know the freaking number, okay? I know some of y'all don't save contacts for some reason, but save your contacts if someone calls you regularly. Please don't answer your phone. I don't answer the phone, honestly. Like, my friends and family probably complain I put on focus. Not asking y'all to put on focus, but please. Okay, now let me get Teresa on, and then I'll answer a couple questions. I see you. What's up, Teresa? How can I help you?
Hello.
Hello.
I first of all love your contact. I've been following you for a while.
Thank you.
I just had a question. My husband's undocumented. He's in the process. What are the risks if he gets pulled over of him getting sent back if he's never been convicted of anything and he is in the process and he's carrying his paperwork with him to show that he's in the process?
What are the chances of him being picked up, like arrested and transferred to
Getting
ICE?
deported, yes.
In that kind of situation, the chances are low, right? Because I think the assumption here is, like, maybe he could be speeding a little bit for a reason to be pulled over. I mean, that could happen. It also may depend on the location, right? Like, I'm in Texas. Some cities are a bit more conservative with the police department, but so that to the extent that the person could be arrested. But even if you're pulled over, that doesn't mean automatic arrest, right? So
Okay.
I don't know if
Yeah,
that
'cause
provides some peace of
here
mind.
in Detroit,
Detroit.
they've been taking people left and right, even citizens. So
Jeez. Detroit. Huh. I heard that in New Jersey. I didn't know Detroit also. Okay, I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I even saw them. I saw a couple immigration trucks near my job the other day.
Do you know what kind of workplace they were targeting?
I know they targeted a grocery store in Pontiac, Michigan,
God damn.
which is where a lot of Latinos go to. It's a Latino grocery store.
Oh, god damn. Okay, thank you so much for sharing that. Okay.
It's here in Michigan, Detroit. They've been in Grand Rapids, Detroit, Pontiac, and Dearborn.
Dearborn. I see something on the news. An article said Ann Arbor also.
Yeah, Ann Arbor.
Okay. Okay, well, yeah, the main tip is I know it's difficult to do this in reality, but this is what, of course, every immigration lawyer will say, even if it was like criminal situation. If they ask you, what is your name? I just wouldn't answer. Okay. What is your legal status? I just wouldn't answer. Even if you say I don't know, that's already revealing, right? And I know it just seems weird, but I just wouldn't answer. I refuse to answer.
We have a lawyer, but she's
Okay.
not the most responsive person.
Mhm.
Every time we ask her something,
Mhm.
her answers are very uncertain.
This is a time to be certain. I mean, we can't predict the future, but I think in the last 5 days, we have a pretty good idea what's going on.
Okay, and what about, my last question is, what about me as a U.S. citizen? Should I be carrying my proof around that I just became a U.S. citizen?
First, congrats on that. It's I would at least, if you have a cloud folder or something, or put a favorite on your image, take a picture of it, scan it. That's what I would do. Not just the passport, but I feel like the passport should be sufficient because that's enough for filing I-130, but also do the same for your certificate of naturalization. Okay. And so same thing for people who are born in America, scan your birth certificate. Sad to say, but you got to do it.
Okay, well, thank you so much for letting me join. And
Absolutely.
once again, I love your contacts. Thank you for
Thanks.
everything.
Please share more, okay? If you DM or something, if something you see some activity in your area. Thank you, Teresa.
So
Take care. Man, honestly, man, I suspect, based on what Teresa shared, that when she said, like, Mexican or Spanish mercado, God, we all know which mercados those are. So obviously, ICE is racial profiling. If they're going to go to a place like that, the assumption before was that they're going to workplaces, meaning they're targeting the employer, but the unintended consequences of a targeting employer is picking up immigrants, undocumented immigrants. But by how Teresa was sharing, I'm going to read more and share with y'all later. It appears they're literally going to a place where they know undocumented persons could be, okay, or at least, yeah. This is racial. This is not just racial profiling, right? This is yeah. This is like even deeper than that, right? Ethnic profiling, like is that what you call it? Okay, I know there's a lot of questions, and I want to share advice and information, not advice, at the same time. Let me go to YouTube real quick. I see you on Instagram right there. Jahan, good to see you from Jamaica. You got DQ'd January 24th. Okay, 4 days ago. Finally you got it. That's good. You're one step closer. How long before you're able to get an interview? Probably 6 months minimum abroad. Cali ASMR, will a FOIA request the USCIS cause a visit from ICE? All these are great questions. I don't think so, but let's talk about that. Let's talk about why you need the FOIA in the first place and what your situation is. I think they already have their hands full with ICE, it seems like, but you never know. I would suspect that getting information from a FOIA request could be the last data point they look at, but you never know. Nana, thank you so much. Yes, that's right. We do try our best to respond in 24 hours. It's a lot. It's actually, by the way, as a client, it's a lot more difficult to call back clients because or if you're going to share information with us, like you have a question, it's really a lot more seamless, quicker if you email us. Now we do understand sometimes an actual phone conversation, human to human, is better, but we don't transfer phones in just because we have a block schedule to do things in a certain timely manner, like deadlines, like complying with deadlines. So it's best if you have a question about ICE, especially if you have a question about ICE or anything, email us if you're a client, email us if you're um, in the community here at Green Card Guys, and we'll send you one of my videos, okay, about that, and it will probably be updated over time. Can I post on social media about what Trump is doing? Absolutely. I mean, I'm part of AILA, American Immigration Lawyer Association, and there's even before the ICE raids, there was a shit ton of information, and now there's of course a lot more. So I'll try to share what I can without fear mongering. Okay. Hey, new person, good to see you. Did you change your name back? You sure did. Looks like a new photo too. Hope you're doing good. Maddie, you said they're profiling everyone in Detroit. Oh my God. Yeah, it's only been 8 days of this, and it feels like 6 months. Yeah, it sure does feel like it. A lot of us immigration attorneys are already like preparing and all that. Okay. Okay. If I don't answer your question, please take no offense because I may have answered it earlier, and I do acknowledge that of course people come in and out of the show, but I really just trying to like hit the high points of some questions. Okay, if you're gonna ask me processing times, this is probably not the time to ask me because um, I think most of the answers I'll reply to are related to ICE. So let's see. And if you do ask me processing times, you gotta at least tell me the location. You can't tell me just the application number. That's not gonna cut it for me to check for you. The Mom King herself. So while on okay, on Instagram, you're saying while waiting, you got no answer yet. You received your EAD renewed. What should you do if you don't get the answer due to change of administration? What answer are you getting? I think your situation, you filed a motion to reopen or dismiss. Is that you? I don't. I try to remember y'all's situation. It's kind of hard, right? There's like over time, there's probably like thousands of y'all, which I'm very fortunate for y'all join the show. But yeah, I don't even think she's on anymore. I don't know why people don't follow me, don't stay on the show as long on Instagram. Something wrong over there. Okay, someone with a bunch of characters I don't know the language. When you got a pending asylum case, should you be scared? No, don't be scared. First of all, I wouldn't be scared. Anyone should not be scared. You need to be. You need to have the knowledge of what to say or not to say. Okay. All right. But a pending asylum application, I have not heard of anyone that's been picked up and they have a pending asylum application. The example I gave to you earlier is a real example that happened to apparently someone yesterday where they had a denied asylum application. Okay. So they have an order of removal. They went through court process and everything. Sonia Martinez, you were granted CAT, Convention Against Torture. I'm glad you got that approved through the court. Now you're married to a citizen. What will be the best option for you? So people that usually apply for CAT may have entered America without documentation. So if that's the case, eventually you file a petition. Eventually you file the waiver, and you will have to have the interview abroad. So of course, for one-on-one legal advice, please schedule a meeting. Okay, on your respective profile. I mean platform, and you're welcome to pick. By the way, for y'all that follow on social media on our channels, thank you so much. Now we have a promo code. Okay, if you were to call in, by the way, it's a lot easier if you just fill out the form online. But right now, option number one is speak to our client care specialists who are trained every day. They're not attorneys, but it's only this amount to verify that we can help you. Doesn't it suck to spend 3 digits and all you were going to ask the law firm is, can you help me in this situation? Like, It doesn't make sense to me to charge 3 digits in that, but everyone runs their business their own way. Okay, so take advantage of it because it's not going to last forever at this amount. As you can imagine, more people are going to inquire, schedule meetings, and at some point we're going to have to increase it. But right now, promo code for this amount, Pookie Bear. Okay. Jonathan, anyone who helps for free, or are you asking me, does anyone help for free with military benefits to get a family member pro in place? You know what? I actually don't know if nonprofits help military folks um, for pro in place. But yeah, we help with that in general, but not for free. Um, and I don't know if the attorneys with the military, I don't think they do immigration with through the military lawyers. Okay, let me switch over to YouTube here. Hope you all doing well. Let me just share the invite to join if you're on YouTube or Facebook, just in case you want to join there. It's going to be there as a comment down below for you y'all. Callie asked, is Trump stopping 601 and 601A waivers? No, as far as I know, he hasn't stopped any application specifically. Okay. That'd be interesting because I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that before. I've worked in immigration under three presidents. Obama, when he was president, the first 2 terms, then Trump, 4 years, then Biden, 4 years, and now Trump 2.0. So we have an idea how it goes, left and right, left and right. And actually, as some of y'all know, even under Obama, he deported a lot of people. He did it a little bit of a different way, but he didn't do it like this situation like this. As far as I remember, like a full week of mass ICE raids. This is pretty ridiculous. Okay, I'm looking for the next question I didn't answer yet. LHERN91 on TikTok. Do I recommend a DACA recipient with approval of AP to still travel? No. Hell no. Don't be traveling right now, okay? Don't travel right now. I know maybe your AP could get expired, but this is now the second week of Trump. We gotta feel it out, folks. We gotta feel out what he's gonna do. Because this guy's like, just I can't think of that analogy. You just don't know what to expect next, okay? So no, I don't recommend traveling right now. Abroad, I mean. Do not travel outside the United States. It's like you're a citizen. And by the way, if you are a resident and you have some kind of criminal history, this is not just about Trump. This is the law in general before Trump. You need to consult with an immigration lawyer to verify if you should travel. You should be able to come back after traveling abroad. Okay, because some people even smoking that Mary Jane and got convicted of that crime. Yes, signing a plea deal or paying a fine even 20 years ago will still count against you. Okay, so please don't think, oh, you have finally you complete your probation. You got eventually dismissed. No, it's still on your record for immigration purposes. Okay. Newsflash, if you didn't know that. And that's okay because maybe some criminal defense lawyers don't refer you to immigration lawyers, and that's quite sad. Kevin, you remove conditions. How long is it taking to process now after you mail it in? 2 to 4 years. 2 to 4 years. Sorry, I got a message from my team at the same time. Got multitasking here. They send you got an NOA, notice of action for your I-129 through text on Jan 10th, but nothing in the mail yet. Okay. What are you expecting to mail? Oh, the receipt notice. Jan 10th is now Jan 28th. It's been 14 days. You get the receipt notice. If you're wondering how soon you get receipt notice, usually 3 to 5 weeks. But you got the text. That's good enough, technically, to at least give you peace of mind that they received it. Made by Zo. They send your PRC your card, but they messed up your name. Oh, God, sorry to hear that. Okay, so you do have to send it back. You want to submit inquiry. I think the I-90 form to submit inquiry first. I think there's one about if there's an error by USCIS. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Okay, they said 24 months for a single letter fix. Oh, jeez. That's frustrating. So if you do send it in, they don't tell you this when you call the hotline, okay? Which because eventually you could turn in your card, right? So obviously make a scan copy, take photos of it, save it as a favorite so you don't lose track of it. But also schedule appointment at the schedule an info pass appointment. I don't even know why they call it that. It's kind of a ridiculous name. Schedule appointment by calling the 1-800-375-5283. That is not my number. That is USCIS, okay, customer service hotline, and schedule that appointment. And you want to get a stamp. Okay, you're asking for a 551 stamp on your passport. That's the form number, the old form number to indicate that's a resident status. Okay, get that stamp in your passport. So in case you do need to travel abroad or anywhere to show evidence that you are a resident, you got that handy for you. Okay. Let's see here. Mohammed, is it safe to travel on travel document nowadays with pending green card application? I would just chill. I would just stay put. I would not travel outside the United States. You're gonna have to tell your honey, your kids that you cannot go on that cruise right now. Okay, you're gonna just hold up, save up more for the Disney cruise later on. Okay, it's all seriousness. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, because we just don't know. I don't even know what country or nationality you're from. This is just general advice. Yes, in general, before Trump, we've always had clients been able to come back into the country. Okay, even and of course, even if you're considering it still, you can only do that if you don't have any criminal history, no arrest, no crimes, no plea deals, blah blah blah. Okay, you name it. So please be careful. Please hold off on that trip. Lucas, you want to join a military to help your parents cross the border and do PIP? Okay, well, it's not going to be that simple anymore. So before you try to attempt to do that, let's have a conversation. Good to see you. Are you the person that's in Boston? Oh man, I don't remember. Or maybe you're a different Lucas. First, before they cross the border, let's make sure you can even get into the military. Okay, let's do that. Let's do one step by step. Now, you can join my webinar. Okay. Click on a webinar, click on my link down below or up top, depending on your platform. Click on my profile, click on the LINK. If you're not ready to schedule a meeting, maybe like Lucas talked about his parents, they're abroad, maybe they're working age, maybe for you, maybe you're a student, you want to work in America with a temporary work visa and eventually get a green card, right? Those are situations where it's a longer conversation, longer like presentation. And we're happy to share it for you for free. Okay. We're happy to share information. We love sharing knowledge so you can make the best decision for yourself. All right. So go to the link, click on the webinar option. It's completely free. All right, I'm just going down the line here. Thank you so much for your questions. Oh, I see some guests. I'm sorry about that. Drew, DRU is on. And then on deck is rich is right, poor is wrong. Okay, it's processing. What's up, Drew?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
So I have a question. What if you have I-130 approved
Uh-huh.
and you currently have your adjustment of status processing and you have a work permit? Are they able to still detain you in Houston, Texas?
Well, yeah, it could be anywhere. I-130 approved,
Yes.
and you have I-485 pending.
Yes.
Okay. They technically it could still detain you because, or not you, but a person with I-130 approved because it's not deferred action. Deferred action essentially says you don't have to be placed in removal proceedings, so it is possible. But
Okay.
if there's no like criminal activity, there's no criminal past, even arrest, then it's less likely. But yeah, maybe start shopping at Kroger instead of like a Mercado. Apparently, unfortunately.
Okay.
I hope that helps a little bit.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
It did.
By the way, for anyone, thanks, Drew. For anyone that wants our free guide about the know Your Rights, of course, we've compiled the information from other nonprofits that were really has always existed. These Know Your Rights have always existed, but we haven't really had to talk about it in like literally 4 years. So here we are back to Trump 2.0, sharing Know Your Rights information, which is actually the reason why I got on social media doing these live shows like literally every day. You know what? I probably need to take a little break and get some water here. And I'll read some questions in the meantime. Okay, so let me pull something up on the screen about deferred action so y'all have a better idea what this all means. Oops. All right. Okay, we got oh, Tony, you're welcome to come back if you want. Rich is Right is next. Okay, it's processing. Okay, still processing. Okay, well, let me answer another question in the meantime. Let's see here. Okay, it's maybe he's not here anymore, but Rich is right. It's taking a long time, but you want to come back? You're welcome to. Let's get Cassie Lovely.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. How can I help?
Okay, I have a question, right? So I'm here on an H-2B visa, and I had a case status from 2008 with my stepdad. He filed the I-130. Could I still reopen that case?
What happened with that case? You said reopen? Did it get denied?
I mean, it was never. I don't think it was never closed. It's still there, but I didn't continue with it. I didn't go on with it at the time.
I'm sorry. What do you mean did not go on with it? It didn't continue? What, did it stop?
Right. Yeah, I just stopped. Like,
How did it stop? You get a request for evidence?
No.
Okay, I'm a little confused.
It's still there. Like,
it's still there?
If
Okay.
I put the case number in and everything.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, you didn't stop it. It's just still processing. And you said
Yeah.
your stepdad filed for you. First,
Yeah.
did your parents get married before you were 18?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, that counts. Okay, then we got through that. Yeah, those are pending a long time. Are you over 21?
Yes.
Okay. So it's a family preference case, meaning it will take a long time. So I know it
Right.
seems like you stopped it, but you didn't do anything. It's really just sitting there with
There.
USCIS. So and are you in America or outside?
Yeah, I'm in America now.
Okay. So let me share my photo of this other background. Okay. So this is your situation right now, essentially. This is family preference processing time. It says C
Right.
notes. It doesn't have a number. It used to have a number. Okay. So yours can take several years. And are you familiar with the visa bulletin?
I haven't been on it.
But you know about it? It's okay if you don't. I just want to.
No, not really.
Not really? Okay. So now that you have your petition and you have the receipt number, that letter also has a priority date. Okay. The priority date is like your ticket in line for the actual immigrant visa, which is going to be many years away. Okay.
Right.
So keep track of it every year at least, all right, to make sure it's approved. But we are filing lawsuits against the government in this situation because these are taking a long time. And you're
It
here in
is.
America. Do you have any kind of visa right now?
Yeah, H2B.
Oh, H2B. But how long are you going to keep renewing it? Is that your plan?
No, I was planning not to. I was trying to figure out if I should go with this case now, like adjustment of status or something.
You can't do that. You can't do adjustment of status right now. So you should probably email us asking for a video about the visa bulletin so you can understand, because you can't just apply for adjustment of status right now.
Okay.
You're gonna get denied. It's not the right time, most likely, based on what you said.
Okay.
But we can double check for you because we don't know the actual priority date and things like that. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we would have to double check. So that's just general information. Do you know
Okay.
your priority date? You got that information somewhere?
No, I didn't receive that as yet because when I check it, it was still in processing.
Well, the prior date is on your notice, the 797C notice, which you probably won't have. It would be your stepdad. So you should
Yeah.
ask him for a copy of that.
Okay.
And then you can chat with my team after that, after you get the information. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Cassie.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. All right. Let me see if I can answer a couple more questions that people wrote out. Thank you so much for your trust. Okay, now I see Cassie's question. 2008. And I'm assuming she is assuming that stepdad is citizen. So look at the visa bulletin. Oh, I forgot to ask if she was married or not. But anyway, if it was unmarried, that'd be F1 category. And they're working on cases. If it's not China, India, Mexico, Philippines, they're working cases in November. Let me see if I can share my screen on YouTube and Facebook. Okay, they're working on cases November 2015. Okay, but if she is married, then they're working on cases from July 2010. So that's quite interesting. That's quite interesting, actually. So she's 2008. Yeah, you should schedule a meeting with my team. So if you have a similar situation, you're just trying to check like, oh, how soon for the next step, or you might realize after conversing with us, like, oh shit, like maybe it's too late. You have to refile because this priority date literally is like your ticket in line. You gotta keep track of it at least once a year. Okay. If you appreciate the way I answer your question and just kind of walk you through this, please tap the screen, hit the like button on your respective channel. Really appreciate it. Thanks for your love. That really helps me go live. I'm trying to go twice a day. It's a bit difficult, as you can imagine, since I train my team and I check on cases, of course. And I do call clients randomly. Okay. So that's why I say, like I said earlier in the show, don't answer random phone calls. Save our phone number. So you answer mine. Okay. Well, I'll just check in on y'all, see how you're doing. All right. So I got some questions here. Oh, they're already here, Lucas. Okay, well, they're here. Let's chill out. Okay. But yeah, check if you can actually join the military then, Lucas. Nana. Okay, let me check that out too then. Nana, can you email it to us? Because maybe I'm just not finding the right one. Okay, thank you so much. And we'll evaluate that for y'all. Okay. And P, you received your prima facie. You did by biometrics appointment in November 2024. So a couple months ago. For VAWA at 45, you filed it in October. Okay, you have no criminal record. How long after receive your work permit? Work permit is usually 3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months. For VAWA, it tends to be a bit longer. Naja, Chelsea Fan TV. You had an interview in September, but when did you file your case, Naja? Sorry if I mispronounced your name. It's probably like the 50th time. Thanks for coming back. But yeah, in general, if you've been delayed at least 15 months since the receipt date for adjustment of status, and especially if you had an interview already, it's time to file a lawsuit. Now, look, if you got it kind of depends on the facts, right? It's not like a fell swoop for everyone to say like, oh, you fit this particular situation and we'll file a lawsuit for you. It's not that easy in that situation. Like for example, like if you just had your interview yesterday, obviously we're not going to file a lawsuit, right? So, but for Chelsea Fan TV, this person has been waiting. The interview was September 2024, and this person shared that it shows online actively reviewed since September. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all about these statuses online? Okay, especially in my USCIS account. Okay, it's a crock of shit. Okay, but on the USCIS.gov website, it's a bit more accurate than what's on your My USCIS portal. Okay, in your account. But what I've said from time, almost literally every day, your USCIS.gov website, which says actively being reviewed, it's not being actively being reviewed. Like because the way I understand actively being reviewed is like probably what you understand it to be is like someone's literally at their desk reviewing your goddamn file to see if they're going to approve or deny you. So that's not true, right? So what do we do in this situation? Chelsea Fan TV has shared that he filed this case in May 2022. If my math is correct, that's at least 2 years and 8 months. About. It's time to file a lawsuit, sir. Let's get it done for you, okay? And I know it seems strange to sue the government, but we do it all the time, okay? Would they retaliate against you and deny you? No, they don't retaliate, but they could deny you because of the facts of your case, not because you file a lawsuit. You file a lawsuit to push the case forward to the next step. It could be that you had the interview and now you're waiting for the decision, or you didn't have the interview yet and it's been like 3 years, saying like, what the hell's going on? Like, this is ridiculous, right? Maybe the Biden administration just didn't pick up your case per se. You were one of the unlucky ones. Lauren, I'm gonna record a video about that. I'm gonna share my screen and all that because it is a bit complicated to go through all that. It's a lot of information about DACA. Eileen Cassia, if you're denied, what are your options? Either file 290B or refile the application. Tanya Barrington, let's get you on TikTok. How can I help you?
Hello.
Hi. What's going on?
Question.
Yes.
If a dad filed for his adult child, is they still gonna go forward with it?
I'm sorry, you said adult son filed for a parent?
Adult. If a father
A father.
filed for an adult child,
Okay, got it.
is it still gonna be processed?
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't it be? It's a petition, I-130, right? Is that what you mean by filed? What are you filing in the first place? A petition, right?
If a father's
Okay.
filing for an adult child.
Yeah, that's allowed. But let's check the status of the adult, the parent, U.S. citizen, right? The adult, the parent's a U.S.
Yeah.
citizen. Okay. Now, is the adult son or daughter married?
No, single.
Single? Okay. Then that would be F2B category. That's unmarried sons or daughters over 21. Oh wait, I'm sorry. You said citizen. So that is F1. F1 is unmarried son or daughter of U.S. citizen parent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, those are still processing. But what you see here, this just means that they don't want to give you a decision until the prior date shows up on the bulletin, which is not good.
And how long that process usually take for an adult child?
At least 2 years. At least 2 to 4 years. Hmm.
All right.
Is
Thank you.
is a son, hypothetical son, in America?
Pardon?
Is that son in America?
No, the father is in America. And
Okay.
file for his adult child.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying because some people who are the immigrants are actually still in America. That's why. I just want to double check.
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right.
Person is not in America.
Okay, but it's on file, right? Like it's already
But the
in the
father
system.
is in America that files for his adult child.
Okay, and that application's been filed.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Thanks, Tanya. Keep following and
So it take 2 to 4 years, you said?
for the petition, not the whole thing.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you,
It's just
Tanya.
a question someone asked me to ask.
Oh, no problem. Okay, this is someone you know. Okay.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you.
Take care. Well, y'all are so nice. Y'all are so nice to ask on behalf of someone else. Okay, for the hypothetical friend. Okay, no worries. But in all seriousness, of course you got to be careful what you share online. Of course, it's okay, travelets. It's all good. It's all good. It's all gravy. I kind of got that sense a little bit too, but it's all good. Travelets, your question I see here: what can one do if they're not allowed to return with advanced parole based on a marriage case? Oh, yikes. Okay, so if they don't get allowed to return, I wouldn't even argue. I wouldn't argue. I'll just go to another port of entry. I know it sounds ridiculous. If you have advanced parole, just go to another port of entry. And if they're going to deny you entering at like El Paso or something, go to another one. Okay. Because worst case scenario, then you have to change the petition to be processed somewhere else, or after it's approved, get redirected to the country of nationality, unfortunately. So, yeah, no problem. Okay. Z on Instagram, did you want to join? Let me see here. I don't know if it worked. But Z's question on Instagram is I-130 banned for Afghans. What about I don't believe I-7 I'm not I-130. I-730 is that banned for Afghans? What about the I-130 under Trump administration for Afghan spouses? So as far as I know, the SIVs are on a hold for Afghans, okay? But I-130s and 730s, I don't believe so. Let me check the State Department website for you. Let me see what I can find, okay? By the way, y'all, former senator out of Florida, Marco Rubio, is now the Secretary of State. So this will be interesting. He was part of the Gang of Eight like 8+ years ago. So this will be interesting how he directs the ship for the Department of State. Okay. Let me see if I can find for Afghanistan. Oh, first one, of course. Okay. Thank you for the follows. If you haven't already, please give it a follow. If you want more information about immigration, of course, tips and tricks, things you just need to know. Again, you're going to see a couple videos here and there about me talking about ICE raids, but please keep calm to some extent. I don't want to fearmonger or anything like that, but you just need to be vigilant. You need to be aware of what's going on in your neighborhoods. You might want to not shop at your local ethnic stores for now. Like I don't want to say them specifically. You know which one's your local like ethnic store. Maybe you want to unfortunately shop at like your local Kroger or whatever you call it. So at least that's what's near me. Okay, let's see. Thank you so much for your questions. And especially if I was able to answer your question, please go and give a follow. And if you really appreciate it, then please go to www.reviewtinglaw.com. That's my old website for that. Maddie says you live in Detroit. You are a U.S. citizen for almost 3 years now, but you're scared. Ileana, can they report you if you have a legal computer or phone? How do you have an illegal computer and phone? Maybe you don't want to answer that. I am curious though. Let me try to go all the way back up to the top. Yes, I'm located in Houston, Texas, with a physical office in Houston. Okay. You can find us. You can track me down. We will answer the phone. We will call you back. We will reply to your emails. Okay. Sometimes in emails, the information can be taken out of context. So when we realize that could happen, we'll just ask you to schedule a meeting. And we make it so easy for y'all. As soon as you email us one time, you're gonna see the link down below where our email signature block is. There's a link there. Okay, you can at least meet us every Tuesday, and Thursdays are available for clients. Okay, we make it very easy for y'all. We don't gatekeep the link. I mean, I think that's just ridiculous. A lot of law firms do that. They're like scared to talk to you. It's really, really weird. I think I would be frustrated if I were y'all. Keisha Fort Martinez 11. What else can you do? Your husband's I-130 was approved in 2023, and you were told to not move forward until 2027. Okay, I think what's going on in your situation. Shoot, I gotta make sure I don't have another meeting. I'm just love answering y'all's questions, but I gotta check what meeting I have next. Okay, I think I'm good for now. I'm good for another 15 minutes. Okay. So I think your situation was that did you file a waiver, Keisha 601A? Because that takes about 3 years. And that is what is on my screen. Oops. For this one. Okay, right here, 601A. Okay, on YouTube, I need to find that thing. Oops, this one. Oops, that's not the waiver. Yeah. Okay, so you probably have the waiver ongoing. If you don't, then you life lesson says people, please, for the life of you, stop asking questions on social media that gives away your status. Yeah, you do want to be careful about that. I don't know how they store that information. If anything, y'all honestly should change your names on social media. Like, don't put your real name on there. Okay. Lucas, you want to join? Okay. What's up, Lucas? Did you mean to join, Lucas? Okay, maybe he did not intend to join. I'm going to just take you off studio for real quick, but you let me know. Let me know in the chat, okay, Lucas, if you want to join. Hardeep Sandhu, can E2 progress to a green card? It's not like an automatic pathway, but it's possible. If you meet the requirements for EB, any of the EB categories, then you can apply for it, but it's not a straight path. It is certainly possible. Okay. What? Abel Telez, what if you were convicted of a felony that turned a misdemeanor? Are you asking in the sense like, are you still eligible to apply for legal status? You would need to schedule a strategy session with attorney. We call that ASS for short with our team. Schedule one of those, and that does come at 3 digits. And of course, to save you some time, share your documentation of that criminal record, okay? Kamal G, if a marriage was annulment, can a person stay in America? Probably not if you don't have legal status yet. You would be, well, you could be, depending on your legal status, you could be accruing unlawful presence now anyway, regardless of the marriage. Fatima, you're waiting to hear BIA, Board of Immigration Appeals. Do I think you will get deported from U.S.? So, look, I mean, they expanded expedited removal for people who entered in less than 2 years. So that's why a lot of immigration lawyers are saying, "Oh, you need to save your proof of the last 2 years." I I don't know if ICE will give a shit to look at your documentation. You still need to be ready to hire a lawyer. So, I mean, honestly, the good thing, a lot of immigration lawyers, my buddies, my friends here on social media, they're sharing information with y'all. If you find someone that you think you can jive with, that you get some good vibes, okay? I know there's a lot of good attorneys out there, okay? Doesn't have to be me. Just have one ready. Share, if anything, especially if you are the undocumented person, or even if you have a case on file pending with the USCIS, whoever you find, you have like 1, 2, 3 attorneys, law firms, share that information with your family member, okay? And tell them which one you prefer first, right? But if it turns out like you just don't have the funds, first of all, I just hope you don't pick a lawyer because of like money is like slightly different. You first pick one that you believe will get it done for you, okay? If possible, legally speaking, right? Will at least be proactive for you, okay? Because obviously time is of the essence. Anything related to ICE picking someone up. Rodimus on Instagram. If you file FOIA through the USCIS and DHS, but your file does not have a removal order, can you still be under the radar? Yeah, you could still be under the radar for regardless. It doesn't have to be that you have a removal order. Okay. But if you need the FOIA so that you can apply for adjustment status, then you still gotta do the FOIA, right? So Delfino Sosa, you sent the payment for renewal for resident card in 2022. Your card was sent in May. In May, is that what you're trying to say? But you never received it. Oh, that's a little. Oh, okay. I guess USCIS status says they sent it. Oh boy, 2022. Did you finally just get the status update about that? Because I have heard it's been taking 2 years. You've been trying to get a replacement card. I see your second comment. Okay, we gotta get this Hassan person out, man. That's not cool, man. Let's block his ass. We don't got time for that. I usually don't mind people who have a different opinion, but you gotta straight up say, no, I'll be nice and I won't report him, but I'll just block him if I can. But I guess I can't. Great. Come on, TikTok. Gotta do better. Oh, there we go. We don't need that nonsense. Look, if so, Delfino, about your I-90 situation, I'm sure you called that 1-800-375-5283 number already, but if not, please do that. Let's see. Did you change your address? If you change your address, then yeah, that is problematic. So if anyone's moving or about to move, you want to submit a change of address in 2 different locations, one with USPS.com and also with USCIS.gov. Okay, just in case you are moving or about to. Always happy to share information. Thank you so much. Thank you for the taps. May, the cool Christian mom. That's a good name. Can you file 601A concurrently with 601? Generally, no. So 601 is for unlawful presence. 601 only is for a lot of other reasons, like misrepresentation. It just depends what you're filing for. So if you're in America, like generally 601, if you're intending to go consular processing or the interviews abroad, the 601 has to be filed after your visa interview. It's a long ass process. they'll see if you're moving your home base, I guess, or your mailing address. It's uscis.gov or Google search AR11. AR11. Okay, let's see here. All right, y'all. I think I answered most of y'all. I did my best. Extancy, your petitioner died. Case at NBC. What do? You need to schedule a strategy session with one of our attorneys. That is option number 2 at 3 digits. And my condolences, of course, to your petitioner, your family member. By the way, how we do things with our team, if you schedule this mount session that we call pre-qualified session with a client care specialist, and they believe like your question is like directly on point for legal answer with an attorney, they're going to recommend that you pay the 3-digit fee. So don't get in a hoopla, like get all frustrated. Like it's common to pay a 3-digit fee to talk to a lawyer. Okay. Like, look, we used to offer like $0, but we got slammed. Like there's just too many inquiries. So yes, we do have to charge for it. Just keep that in mind. So please take no offense if our team redirects you to needing to schedule a attorney strategy session. Which, by the way, we do when you're on that call with our team. We do recommend you do that on the spot and not wait, because otherwise, of course, you're not going to get the answer you need if you keep waiting to schedule the appropriate meeting. Okay. By the way, we are in Houston, Texas. We have a physical office in Houston. I know there's a lot of remote virtual attorneys out there. More power to them. I wish them all the best. But if you need an attorney that has a physical office because you're concerned about people possibly taking your money and running away with it, unfortunately heard that like every freaking day. And that could be that's not just attorneys doing that. It's immigration consultants, notaries, notarios. I don't know what it is. Like you have their phone number, you talk to them one time and you pay them and suddenly they're gone. Like they're missing. It's just weird. I don't know how that works. I don't know if it's like a burner phone or something, and it's just ridiculous. So, and look, if you like really want to hire a non-lawyer, I mean, I wish you the best, but at least goddamn, check out their Google reviews. I'm really interested. Does anyone here in Ontario and you got Google reviews? Like, let me know. Because it's just mind blowing that people hire, like you guys like search restaurants, right, on Google at the very least, or like your plumber, Joe the plumber. You just check their Google reviews, right? I'm sure you do, but some of y'all don't review Google reviews for attorneys. Or even non-lawyers. I don't understand. That's mind blowing to me. So, a bit about me, a bit about us. Okay, our team at Green Card Guys. I've served under, well, not served. I've worked in the immigration field under 3 presidents: Obama, Trump, Biden, and back to Trump. Okay, I know how shit hits the fan left and right for all different kinds of cases. Okay, unfortunately, and I know how cases can get approved. So if you hire us, thank you so much for considering us. But get your shit together. You got to listen to our advice. I'm just being serious because some of y'all are like, John, I want to file today. Attorney, I want to file today. Well, I'm sorry, client. We need ABC document. And there's a reason why we need that. Okay? So, because of our case experience. So please, if you're going to hire us, consider our advice as solid advice and don't stray from it. Okay? You're hiring us for a reason. Now, I have to tell you, even if you file your own, I wish you all the best. Everyone has a different budget. I get it. But save my information, because if you get in a situation, I know lately we've been talking about the ICE raids and things like that, mass deportation, but you still need to save our contact information at Green Card Guys, because if you file your case, and like we were talking about earlier, Chelsea Fan TV filed this case May 2022. It is now what, 2 years and 8 months? It's too long. It's time to file a mandamus lawsuit. Or second scenario, you file your own and then you get a request for evidence. Or you hired a immigration consultant. You just gotta know, if you appreciate how I share information, we get the shit done the right way, okay? You got to have our information ready to go just in case. The other scenarios are notice intent deny or a denial. Okay. Someone had a consultation with me recently and had mentioned that they had filed this non-immigrant visa application. It came back in the RFE pretty hefty. I mean, not literally this thick, but it was pretty, like a lot of pages. Not pretty. It was a lot of pages. And they decided to withdraw the application. Okay. And I asked them, like, who helped you with this? Because it honestly makes it seem like no one helped them with it. And you look, y'all don't need a lawyer, but look, if you're gonna pay money to someone to help you, like, I'm just praying y'all get this message and share with your friends, okay? If you're gonna spend some money, at the very least, hire an attorney. Okay, hire an attorney, please. Okay, because as you know, even under Biden and especially under Trump, literally things are happening every day. It is pretty wild, and we got to keep track of you, everyone. There's some immigration lawyers that actually want to give up. It's sad to hear. Some of them want to give up because it's too stressful for them. Yes, it is stressful. That's part of our job. I know how it is. Okay. Yadira, you need help. Don't know what to do, where to start. Okay, contact us. Click option 1, and our team, you share information about your case, and our team will direct you appropriately if we can help you or not. Okay. Also, the other way we can help you, if let's say you're like in Boston, okay, you need an attorney in Boston, we'll refer you. Okay. If you need an attorney in, I don't know, like Idaho, is Boise, Idaho? Is that the right state? We'll refer you someone. I don't think actually I know someone in Boise, Idaho, but we can find you someone. Okay. Let's see here. Let me go back up here. Oh, Lexi, you got the work permit approved as of yesterday. When should you expect green card? Let's see here. Son is sponsoring you. So there's no timing in terms of like common timing in terms of right after, like how soon you get green card after your work permit. It's more about the general timing after your case has been received or sent into USCIS. Okay. Okay, Lucas, happy to help when you get to that point. And I actually think one of my buddies is a recruiter, but I think for the Navy. So, but I'm sure he could share information if you need something like that. Oh yeah, you are in Boston. See, that's why I keep saying that, Boston. Okay, so let's see. Josephine, how long after fingerprints do you get your citizenship date, your interview date? Again, that's one of those, like, it's not necessarily timing after biometrics, it's timing after you file your case. Okay. So citizenship, at least under Biden, seem to be at an average 6 months, which is pretty freaking good. But some cities like 12 months. Yadira, you're 41 years old. You've been living in California all your life, born in Mexico. What do you qualify? We need more information. Yadira. Rosanes Solis. We are in Houston, Texas, H-Town. You know, I'm from Dallas area, and H-Town, we got this rivalry thing. Sports, fortunately, it's only sports, I think. But yeah, it's growing on me. Okay, if you are living in a different state, want to come on down, have a visit with us at our office, welcome to come down. We'll get some grub. There's a lot of different great food here, very diverse cuisines here in Houston, Texas. Wendy Piper, your car was returned back to USCIS. Oh, I think you mean your card, your green card, not your car. Interesting. Is that because they have your wrong address? Did you move? Oh, yeah, but it is possible to get it back. Let's see here. How much time does it get approved for fiance visa once it's been received? I don't know which step you're talking about. You talking about the petition itself? That's about 12 months. You're talking about the whole process? It takes longer than marriage case. Okay, so marriage pathway. But I would say at least 2 years. Okay, Wendy, you need to submit inquiry to uscs.gov. If you don't know that specific website, we can email to you, or if you email us first. Okay, if any of y'all need resources, you're welcome to email us. You gotta click the link below or in the profile on TikTok and Instagram and click on the LINK. There's the email icon. We don't gatekeep our email like some law firms. So all right, thank you so much for your questions. I gotta jet. I gotta get going because I got to record more videos for you. Okay. Y'all have a good day. Take care.